I will just close this up. So when you click on this, basically, let me clear as well. So you can clear the conversation and just close this up. So when you log in, it will appear over here. You can place anywhere. It's not required that it should be on that forum. Once you open this up, it will automatically come up with some default. So once you type in hi, it will greet you and then it will give you some default functions which you can apply it just for the hint, right? Say for example, I want to get the data. So first of all, I need to ensure that what POV I am working on. Here, if you see here, they show the POVs, that what POV I am using it. And it will show all this thing. Now the thing is that I can very well go and do the change, right? Because I want to see the total market. I don't want to see only US market. I can simply click on that and I can select all markets. Now, based on that, you can see that it has selected all this thing. Now, you don't require to even type in. If you want to change that, I can say, for example, here, if I go up, it is showing the scenario I'm using, the predictive forecast. But I want to change. Now, with just writing a simple statement, it will change. If you look at that, it is changed to plan. Now, since account I am looking out not for volume, I want to see the product revenue, right? Same, I can do that. Change. Now, OFS. You will select that. Now it has been changed. Now, most important thing is the data discovery. So I can simply put get data for IFS. Now here, it will be querying based on my POV. So we can very well give all the intersections we want to see. Say, for example, I want to see for data for a specific entity. I can very well go and see it, right? Okay. If I want to expand this one, I can expand this one with my data. Now here, I want to, if I say that, okay, I want to pivot. In that case, it will take revenue on top and it will do that. If you have multiple members, you can very well tell that, okay, what you want in rows, what you want in columns, right? So that way you can add it. Now, just to add that, what all we can do it, I just make a quick note that let's add some more revenue item and then see that how this visualization works.
These are the prompts. So while you are interacting with the bot, you can write the prompt.
In this case, for the same intersection, I want to see service revenue. I want to see the other revenues as well. So that where I can type in and it will give me all these options and it can give the data for all this thing. So here, if you see that, it can giving me that. Again, I want to pivot that. I can do the pivot and then I can do it.
There are a few features, but let him complete and I'll share. No, for the same like enterprise license, we have to get it for number of licenses.
Now, if you see that, this is available for that. For this one, it is again based on the data elements what we have. So we can very well change and we can query for that. Now, take another example that I want to add data for US sales, US and US as well. I can very well add that. This is basically in terms of the entity I'm talking about. So that way we can add this thing and based on that, it can also give me the data around that. So this is about that data discovery I'm doing it. Now, the thing is that only restricted to the data? No, you can also perform some actions, right? So say, for example, before I look for the data, I want to run some business rules, right? In that case, I don't have to go and navigate to the data. I will just make it a bit here. And then say, for example, there is a rule which is required to run before I go for a data discovery. I can very well do that. And I can say run rules for aggregate product because I want to see the product revenue. If you see here, it can show me that the process has already been started. I will just minimize it for a bit and then show you in the application under the job. It has already executed that job. So if you see that 15 seconds ago, I have put a command and it aggregated the data.
You put the command.
Now, what else we can do in terms of the EPM? One is that I want to see the jobs, whatever I have looking at, right? So that way, it will show me all the jobs which has been run over here. So I did the data meta export activity yesterday, right? And follow up with all these rules. So that way, I don't have to worry and go and navigate over here. I can very well click on these details and I can see that what is the status around that. So if it has any logs, you can very well go and see into that. So that way, we can very well navigate all these things from here and then that will show all these things. So if it has any message or any failure, you can very well look into that.
Can
now,
it can it export into Excel? Can it create an Excel file to export into Excel? Can it format the numbers?
Yeah, so that's something you can do. You can create a job as like here. You can create a job for metadata export. that where it can run into that. But since export from this one is not a part of that, you manually have to go through that. That where you can design your custom skills as well, where you can call it up and then it can export to the Excel. But you can always run a data export that I want to take a metadata backup. I want to take a backup, right? I want to download a report. That's something you can very well do it from here. So currently, if I show,
So just pause for a minute. We want to discuss something.
yeah, please.
So this is on the EPM platform for the chatbot ODA, Oracle Digital Assistant on EPM. The moment we extend this on the PaaS platform, you can do whatever you're asking. And we have done a demonstration, we've done a workshop with Oracle PaaS team, that if you want to show graph, if you want to add your own custom prompt, you want to limit the custom prompt, even if you have your favorite custom prompt that can be embedded already, but not on SaaS, on the PaaS function. So the moment you extend this on the PaaS platform, you can customize for Sidra, you can add custom prompts, including, I'll share the presentation. If you want to put it on the graph, it will show you on the graph, and then you can download it also. So that I'll tell you in the next. Okay, go ahead.
Just to add to what Rehan mentioned, so ODA as a independent PaaS extension can do much more. It can also expose things on web. You can even make it customer facing. It can open a whole repertoire of use cases that you want to implement. It also can integrate into other channels. If you use other channels for communication like Slack, web, Teams and things like that. So it's a complete product on its own in that sense to enable some of these aspects.
Thank you. Yeah.
So yeah, thank you, Priya. So channels are something that what medium you want to use it, and for that you don't have to log into this planning application. So it is integrated with Teams meeting, and you want to see the data which I was putting over here. So in some of the meeting, you want to see that what is the net margin for a particular period for a particular entity. You can also query into that channel itself, and you will get that. So that where it will be helpful to integrate with your external channel as well. Now, this is one of the feature which has been coming up over here, in which if you configure your task manager and you want to see that what are the tasks at risk, that where it will give you that, and it will also allow you to select what other format you want to have it. And you can skip some of the parameters if you don't want to use it. And then it can also drop you an email that if you put that, okay, I want to get this report,
Yes.
I can get this report over my email as well.
This
So
all
that where, and also you can download here. So if I
don't
go through here, you can download this report.
you just have to do your job from the mobile. And it's not a mobile app. You just have a link, and then this is auto put into the mobile phone. And that's the future of Oracle is driving. No interaction on the system, interact with the bots and agents, and then do the job for you. So let's say you're in a meeting, you also want to know particular cost center, what is spending. Yeah. No need to ask anybody to do that.
So, is there any important aspect to be covered? Otherwise, we can open the forum for this question
Yes,
answer.
has to show one last slide. I asked.
Yes. So the last one is more about that if it is integrated with your standard EPM documentations, so you don't have to worry about to search outside. You can very well open this link from here, which has been taking you to the Oracle standard documentation based on your questions. I have just query what is planning. It will take you all this thing, right? So that where you can use it. So that conclude this. It has lots of features, but for the sake of data discovery and some key features, I included those. I will just close this up.